What's good, YouTube? Jayla's Gamer here, and welcome back to another NBA 2K24 builder video. I want to say thank you for the love that y'all showed on my last video. I seen in the comments a lot of y'all was liking the build that I showcased in that video. If you haven't checked that video out, link in the description. Go check it out. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Most importantly, make sure you drop a sub and turn on the notifications if you're new. And if you're a returning subscriber, just make sure your notifications on and you like the video. Now, in today's video, you guys, we are in a different position here. This is a position that I'm not used to, so like I said, I'm taking criticism down in the comment section. If you're one of those people who play lock a lot and just use the small forward position and just, you know, those type of builds, there's like a shooting lock, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this build. Now look, we got a 6'8", 190 pound 7'6" wingspan small forward here. Now let's get into the attributes that we chose for this build. We have a 52 close shot up here. Now in the C tier, you guys can see the type of badges we are working with. We have Giant Slayer on silver, Spot Finder, Whistle, and Pro Touch in the B tier, and the S tier Fearless Finisher. Now here, I didn't want to go crazy with the close shot. I put the drive and layup to a 72, the drive and dunk up to a 90, well, a 80. My mistake right there. We put the drive and dunk up to a 80, and we didn't go too crazy. Although this is going to be a shooting and defensive type of lockdown, we also want to have just a little bit on that finishing side so that we can finish strong in the paint and on those backdoor cuts, depending on how this build would be used. Now here for the mid-range, we have a 70. Here for the 3-point, we have a 78. If you go max wingspan with your lockdown, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have just like a low 3 ball. But I don't feel like this too much of a low 3 ball, because you do know this year, shot meter off with boost, it gives you a plus 20 on your 3. So this build still will be able to shoot very consistently with those boosts, as well as the affiliations, depending on what you choose. So if you know you're not going to be the type of player that's not great at shooting consistently, I think the best decision for you is to take Park that has the shooting boost. So right there with that 3 ball, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Pass accuracy here, we went 75. Now keep in mind, you guys, because I did max that wingspan, it definitely limited me. I really just made this build just to test it out. It's really to help you guys out, to show you what not to do, but to also get y'all's opinion. So if you wanted to use this layout, you know what to tweak. You would have known what to tweak. We went 80 on the ball handle, and we went 79 on the speed with the ball. Now, as you guys can see, 79 with the speed of the ball is what it maxed out to. I feel like the pass accuracy probably can max out to like a high 80 something, but probably a 90. I could be wrong, but I think it's like a 90 something in my opinion. The interior defense is an 80. The perimeter defense is a 90. Steal 80, block 80. Now we for sure tried to do a lot right there with the defensive side, because this is a defensive build. This is a lockdown that I'm attempting to make here. You probably can lower that perimeter D. I know a lot of y'all probably like that perimeter D, that 90 perimeter D. So some people might keep that like that, but if you wanted to, you probably can lower the perimeter D, as well as probably the drive and dunk. On the physicals here, we went 83 with the speed, 78 with the acceleration, 60 on the strength, 80 on the vert, and 80 on the stam. Now in this area here, I felt I probably could have did a little bit more better, but because we maxed that wingspan, a lot of builds in the small forward position is definitely nerfed. They're definitely nerfed. When I say nerfed, I really mean it. They're definitely nerfed. Maxing the wingspan definitely caused some of these attributes to be as low as they are. But down in the comments, let me know what you guys think about what you see so far with this build. What would you change and what would you keep the same? This build can be something that someone wants to use. So if you have just some little opinions down in the comment section, what you would change and keep, drop those comments down below to like help someone out who's looking for a pretty good lockdown build. Here with the drive and layup, you can get Fearless Finisher in the S tier, but we really want to focus on that C tier for right now. So we got a float game, improves a player's ability to make floaters, Giant Slayer, spin cycle. I was gonna say spicy cycle, spin cycle, and Acrobat here in the A tier. B tier, Aerial Wizard, Bunny, Pro Touch, Scooper, and that's about it. So as you go down here some more, you got two-step, improves the player ability to make a Euro step in cradle, layup, or dunk. And we also have here again whistle. Now as we get to the driving dunk, let's see what we have here. We have slithery, precision dunks, area wizard, bunny. Same little badges. You have the posterizer in the A tier, which is probably not good. Definitely not good. You probably want to have that in the C tier. As you guys see here with the mid-range, you have blinders in the S tier, catch and shoot, dead eye, A tier, green machine, space creator, B tier, comeback kid, guard up, midi magician, open look. And in the S tier here, you have spot finder, whistle, and you have the capability of possibly getting dream shake and post fade phantom. With the 3-point shot here, as you guys can see, it's similar badges, just different levels. With the perimeter defense the way that it is, you have clamps, ankle breaker, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, 94 feet, which is a new badge, allows defenders to harass and bother ball handlers in the back court. Workhorse is an off-ball pest. Now let's back it up just a little bit right here so we can go over the playmaking badges. Now with this build, I can honestly say it's not slow on the dribbling. It does have a capability of kind of being one of those dribbling lockdowns. As you can see, you have unpluckable, ankle breaker, blow by, physical handler, speed booster, killer combos, triple strike, and much more here in the C tier. Big driver. Those are the badges that you're going to be working with finishing, shooting, playmaking. Not bad badges in my opinion, because I don't feel like a lot of badges is needed to be on a high level this year, but we will most definitely see once the game fully drop. With the steel being on a 80, which I don't feel like is very good. I feel like the steel could be a little bit more higher, but you would think the steel would be just better. Like the badges for the steel would be better because of the max wingspan. But you have glove, interceptor, and it literally just shows S and A tier. That's absolutely crazy. That's about it literally for the badges and everything for this build. All right, so that was the making of the build, you guys. Now I didn't want to leave you guys out and not show you guys like gameplay with the build. Now as you guys can see, it came out to be Gerald Wallace, Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, and with the name Hybrid Defender. Now with this build, like I was saying, it does not move slow or nothing around the court in my opinion, but the movement on this build is not too slow. I don't know, it kind of, let me know in the comments what kind of like play style does this build give y'all, like the movement with this build. Just let me know, because it's like I ain't even gonna lie, I wouldn't say it's a Kevin Durant type of play style, but for this to kind of be a lockdown, I was aiming for a shooting lockdown, but added a little playmaking to it, of course. This build can move. It can move. It can hold its own on playmaking, most definitely. So just let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Now I didn't do nothing too crazy with this build. I just really wanted to see how does the build feel on the court with the ball in its hands. That's what I was doing with a lot of builds I was making, most definitely. I was trying to see, okay, is this build slow? Is this build, you know, worth making? Because one thing I don't want is a too slow build. No one wants a slow build. It does not make the game fun. So I was definitely trying to see how does this build move and feel with the ball in his hand. So as you guys can see, the dribble moves is not bad. Like the movement on this build is not bad. He has a pretty solid crossover, pretty solid quick crossover. Now the stand part, he definitely loses stam pretty quick in my opinion. So that's possibly could be something that I would say tweak, but the stam is not the best. But that was literally like only thing I got with that build. I just really wanted to see how does the build move on the court. Let me know if you guys think that this build is, if this build is worth making, you know, and let me know what would you guys change with this build. What would you change and what would you keep down in the comments. Until then, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.